Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Sony model ICF-24, and I perform a daytime medium wave band scan. I'll go over features of the radio, do a little size comparison, then cruise the daytime band. A little history on the radio: I bought it in 1998 for a total of $20, and I've used it ever since. I love this radio. So let's go over the features. See, left hand side, nothing, just some nice plastic construction. It's held up over the years. A lot of use. I think this handle used to lock up in a position, but now it doesn't. We got Sony there. We got our speaker underneath there, probably about a 2.5 inch, 3 inch speaker. Over here we have our dial. We have a tuning LED indicator. It says two-way power, AC/DC. FM 88 to 108 with a nice white indicator there. Scale in the middle, and then the AM band 530 to 1710. And you can see that log scale. I love the dual window display. Sony did it right here. I love it. Band select switch, AM, FM. We'll leave it on AM. Our power switch, loving that. FM, AM, there's our model number. Right hand side, we have the tuning wheel. We have the volume wheel. We have the earphone jack. I believe it's single ear only. On top, we have our handle, like I said, like it should lock, but it doesn't. We have our antenna on the back. It does swivel. There you go. Let's see if we got our model number here. It runs on 4 AA batteries. And then that's where the cord comes off the AC. So I'm going to talk about it. This is like a bear to open up. I'm not even going to try on camera. But there's 4 AA batteries right here. I'm using EBL 2800 high capacity rechargeables. They work great in this radio. And down here, packed really tightly, is the AC cord. Like I said, it's a bear to open this up. So I'm going to leave it shut. Got a serial number there. It sits nice and flat on the bottom. And you got some writing there. Attention. Do not open this up. But I did open it up. Real quickly, I'll tell you what I found. So the internal ferrite antenna, people are kind of curious about that. It resides right about here. Lining up with the tuning LED indicator, it goes 1 inch this way and 1.5 inches this way, and it's right here on top of a little radio housing. It comes out like in a module. It's a really neat setup. And it's nicely wound. Like I said, it's 2.5 inches. And yeah, we'll see what it does during the day. It'll be the first time I've done a daytime band scan. Size comparison, we have CC pocket. Current time is 11:02 a.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois. Sunrise was at 6 a.m. this morning, so we're 5 hours into the day. I think it's a good time to start. There you go. Next, I'll have the CC Skywave as my frequency checker if we need to check the analog dial, which we may have to, depending. This gives you an idea for size. Yeah, the Sony is still portable, which is good. I like that. It's a perfect size, actually, for its sound. And, of course, we have Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He's a Sony fanboy who loves radios from Japan. I try. But there you go, Iron Man. All right. So let's go ahead and turn this on and start cruising the daytime band. Power switch here. Got our volume right here. Just perfect controls. Loving it. Let's go and tune to our first station. We have to turn the radio.
He could vault his way to the #1 pick in the draft, but my point is there are lots and lots of players in the Big Ten and the Pac-12 who will not...
So here's 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. A lot of static there. Let's see if we can clear it up with the Terk Advantage passive loop. These things are great. They capture the electromagnetic energy and direct it to that ferrite. So I'm putting it perpendicular to the top of the radio where that ferrite antenna is, and we'll tune it in.
Because my poll question to you is very simple. Do you believe they should play college football this fall? Just based on what you think.
Tuning light coming in.
And one of the answers we will get is, well, Greeny, we don't have all the information. And my response to that is, yes, of course we don't. But that doesn't seem to stop us from weighing in on everything anymore. There was a time when we waited until we knew what we were talking about before we weighed in on it. We have long since stopped that, so let's just weigh in.
You can also go edge on to the, if you know where the ferrite is, edge on is the edge of this to here. That's pretty cool. I like to do that sometimes also for extra gain, depending on direction of the station, adjacent stations, I mean, next to the station you're trying to get. Cool. All right, so we'll keep that down here on a chair below me. Don't interfere with the radio. Let's keep tuning. Next station should be a strong local. .560 WIND, Chicago, Illinois. The answer.
Good to be back, and it's good to have a mini vacation. I normally take 2 weeks off for the listener cruise.
Mismanaged this pandemic.
Okay, this music here is 580 WILL, Urbana, Illinois. This is an NPR station. It's about 150 miles away from me. We can bring the loop in to see if we can clarify the signal. Gonna go perpendicular. Usually is a better gain.
Congressman Brad Schneider and Danny Davis, Senator Tammy Duckworth, and the national anthem performed by the Phelps sisters, which includes Biden delegate and former state representative Natalie Phelps-Finney. Joining me now to talk about the convention are Amanda Vinicky, correspondent for Chicago Tonight, PBS station WTTW, and Rick.
Okay, let's see if we can find Michigan here. Okay, this is 590, I believe, WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan, about 140 miles away.
On that, we paid that off, and we had 2 smaller ski loans, and we paid those off yesterday.
And I'll verify with the Skywave. Nice thing about the Skywave, it lets me direct enter the frequency.
It'll be valuable because you can have this debt out of your wallet by the time you're 7 or 8.
There we go.
And then you got the time to be able to spend with them without the debt over your head. It's a no-brainer, my friend. You know, you digging in, and thank you for your service to our country, first and foremost. But you digging in with as long as you're doing.
Unless they felt the need for a complete...
Trying to find 600. Just curious to see if the Skywave can pick up at 600. Yeah, it's barely picking it up too. That's Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles away. We'll keep going.
In 4 years. I'm telling you that right now. There is no way. They already gave it to us, and they're going to say, hey, one and done. You made it in, but sorry, so too bad.
You know what I feel bad for? The restaurateurs in the city.
Oh, these people, the caterers.
Yeah.
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Remember when the problem was, do we have enough hotels?
Yeah.
Now we have excess capacity because I think the hotels are like in the 40% occupancy range right now.
How about all those people that were going to rent out their houses and were planning on
I
making...
know some of those people.
.640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. Get some Hispanic music there.
Maybe you go to Leary and you say, if you slide head first into first base again, I'm going to bench you for a week. And every time you slide head first into first base again, I will bench you for another week.
Here's 670 The Score, WSCR, Chicago, Illinois.
Couldn't break them of that habit for whatever reason. And so Leary now has been moved to the 45-day IL. It's a big loss for this team. In a year when some of the best players on this team...
Now they started to push each other, and the police officers were hitting people with sticks. And most alarmingly to some folks is that they were taking their bicycles and just throwing them out of the way and damaging their property.
Here's 720 WGN Chicago.
Tweeting over the weekend about that, they said this is damage to property. Because evidently those people didn't hear anything about what happened the weekend before and why police might be a little more deliberate.
Más que cualquier ser humano. Y lo dice también hoy.
750 WNDZ Portage, Indiana. Sometimes you'll hear English speakers and music, English. I guess it's rent a station. You rent out the time.
A lot of people who were treated unfairly by the police. The survey was conducted from last November 6, 2019 to January.
Here's 780 WBBM Chicago. Evenings, if you guys tune your radios, if you can tune Chicago, you can pick up the old-time radio shows between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. Monday through Friday, Central Standard Time.
Chicago's most trusted source for news on demand. Available on the radio.com app. News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
These days, it's okay to do some things.
But I mean, this should raise all sorts of questions moving forward of whether these kinds of political...
820 WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois, about 40 miles away.
It's sort of listen, if you're telling me you're running a super PAC in the election, you can't serve as the chairman of the board of governors of the Postal Service. Which will administer, I mean, in the...
Okay, this really faint station here is, this is 860, I believe. WNOV. This is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 50 miles away. Neat thing is it's a 250 watt station, so it's a very low power station. Let's see if we can't improve the signal on that. Bring the loop in. The Terk Advantage. I like using this one a lot. The gain is very precise. You can't hover on the music, but there you are. Cool. Yeah, I like getting that station. It's neat to pick it up. All right, let's keep going. Next station is going to be WLS 890. Well, actually 870, but I doubt I'll get that. There's a hint of it here. That's right here. Let's see if I can... Yeah, it's a tough one to get. That's East Lansing. It's about 200 miles away. Okay, let's keep rolling. 890.
8 million or so people the city swells to during your average workday. 600,000. So education.
So here's 890 WLS, Chicago, Illinois. High-pitch whine coming from the camera. All my radios do that.
At some point, we're going to have vaccine, we're going to have therapeutics.
See where we're at here. Okay, Skyway's in tough. This is 920 WOKY, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the Big Badger.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dealing with battery problems? We've got you. Let's start with a free battery test.
Virgin Mary, we celebrated the Assumption on the 15th. In 5 more days, we celebrate the Queenship of Mary. Mary plays...
This is 930 WBKM, Sandwich, Illinois. As you can tell, small fare antenna, great for strong semi-locals and locals. Struggles a little bit on these fainter stations, but at least it reacts to the passive loop. Can bring it out. Remember, this radio cost $20 20-some years ago.
Jim Kubicki, of course, is one of our regular contributors.
breast cancer kills more than 41,000 people.
This is 940 WFAW for Atkinson, Wisconsin.
And 13 people every day. Breast cancer.
We talk about the Blessed Virgin Mary, and I guess maybe the question I'd like to ask is Mary's Assumption. What does
Here's 950 WNTD, relevant radio, same as 930. This is Chicago, Illinois.
You know, I love the fact that on Saturday, Pope Francis, normally Pope Francis celebrates the...
We have limited the number of patients in our pool to no more than 4 at a...
970 WHA, Madison, Wisconsin.
The patient is in the pool.
Let's just hear what it sounds like on the Skywave.
Feet away from our patients, and you're in a chlorinated environment, so it's pretty clean. It's pretty clean.
Well, Peter in Chernobyl, Wisconsin has a question.
Skywave's pulling in a little bit better.
Hi, Peter. Hi, Larry. Thanks very much for your return of sports.
Embrace each moment in the first ever Mazda 30. Its spirited performance and available predictive all-wheel drive awakens something inside you.
Here's WMVP 1000, Chicago, Illinois.
Engineered like nothing else to feel like nothing before. The Mazda CX-30. Mazda.
Music there I can't hover on. 1030 WNVR, Vernon Hills, Illinois. It's cool. Got some, like I said, cool music on here. Once in a while they'll broadcast this. Again, I think it's a Renna station.
And just said, this is what we're learning. And this is what we hope to sort of continue to do. Then we can have sports. Football.
This is WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin on 1050.
I know the Big Ten and Pac-12 do it, but that was a joint decision to decide to not play football. SEC, ACC, Big 12. Of course, there are other schools that are playing football. We had Army's head coach on. You got schools they're going to be adding games. I don't know how they pull it off. They're going to start.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to check this. I think it's 1070. Let's turn this up here.
Coming up next, 20 after the hour. This is the Dan Patrick Show.
Okay, so that's 1070 WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin. I wasn't able to pick up WLIP. Probably too close to 1030. Let's keep going.
These earbuds start at about half the price of other.
1080 WNWI, Oak Lawn, Illinois. It's 1110 WMBI, Chicago, Illinois.
The election, all these polling units have to have credibility. So there are periods during polling.
Here's 1130 WISN, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Releasing bogus results, which is what we've been dealing with up till now. They make it look like Trump's going to get beat in a landslide, so you Trump voters are supposed to get all depressed.
I want to make it clear to people, they're not voting for the PPP issue, Than. They're not voting on stimulus checks. They're not voting on extending, people being evicted.
Okay, this is usually Christian radio, but there must be something else going on.
To the Postal Service.
Yeah, because that was on the table last week, Jordan. I mean, if that
Okay, 1160, usually a strong station. This is WYLL, Hope for Your Life, Christian radio, Chicago.
And I honestly do not think, even politically, we know the policy's not right, Jordan, but even politically, I don't think this optic works.
We're going to tune for the squirrel on 1180 WSQR. Let's see if we can pick it up.
I do think there's a political layer to be discussed here, Jordan.
There you go. Gonna have a celebration. The squirrel appears. WSQR 1180. The squirrel, Sycamore, Illinois.
¿Cuánto tiempo? Estuve casi 2 semanas en Brasil. Y muy padrísimo, la verdad, una experiencia inolvidable.
1200 WRTO, Chicago.
Me tocó ir a un partido donde participó Messi. Y en ese momento aprendí mi lección, una de las lecciones más grandes de mi vida.
hay líderes que no visitan. Muéstremelo, dígamelo. Bueno, ya te contesté con el otro.
1220 WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois. Another Hispanic station next to the other.
Y lo ha ganado todo, y cuando él ha anotado 1 y 2 y 3 goles en un partido, hasta 4 goles. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com to learn more. Toyota.
Okay, I think this is 1230 CLO, Janesville, Wisconsin. We'll just check with the Skywave real quick. I guess there's a reason why you pay more for one of these little dudes. Love it.
The clinic is fully customized to the equipment you own and makes it easy to learn on your own time.
Dici che lo fanno ti perseguita. Ognuno sa che dici trottole e ti dicono che sei uno che non ti piace.
It's getting a little harder to get on frequency. This is 1240 WSBC, Chicago. See where we're at here. That was 1250.
That they can help the environment and the water quality is out there.
Yes, yeah. We know that it's the asset that they're just using military tax on the next generation. Farmers are very worried about, and they want to do a good job. It's a financial.
Okay, I can't get it again. But it was definitely 1250. Nice.
Nobody wants to hold the bag for the whole problem, that's for sure. And we want to make sure that everybody feels safe in coming in and sharing.
Stanchi dei domenicani.
We can just improve it by sharing.
So this is 1280 WBIG, Aurora, Illinois.
You're going to have a little meeting where you have people together, farmers like that kind of stuff? Yeah, so we're planning a meeting for August 25th in Judas Shop across from the airport. Yep. Easy to find, right across from the airport, the old helicopter place. Yeah, yep. So from the conservation force out there.
Okay, I seem to have lost myself on the dial. Let's just keep going.
Gioielleria Bimbi, la casa del loro italiano in Chicago e dintorni. Gioielleria Bimbi, 85
I probably tuned backwards, I'm guessing.
Alla Palermo Bergeri, oltre al grande assortimento di pasticceria italiana, oltre l'assortimento di pasticceria
I tuned backwards. 1240 WSBC. Okay, I'm gonna start going a little quicker here. Jeez.
Focacce, arancini.
There's our 1250. I don't have an ID for it. I think it's a Wisconsin station here. So I got it on my other list. Yeah, this is Milwaukee. WSSP 1250 Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 60 miles away. 5,000 watt daytime. There you go. Okay, we got a rock. Can't believe I went backwards.
Check that one out today. 630-585-1280. The $30.
Here's 1280 WBIG, Aurora, Illinois. This one for sure.
Good deal there. Lift City Saloon. How would you like this $25 bargain? That's the epic.
Okay.
Certificate. They put $25 up on your bar tab. You drink things.
1300 WRDZ, LaGrange, Illinois. Right next to it, 1310 WIABA, Madison, Wisconsin. WNTA, Rockford, Illinois. Kind of interfering with another station out of Evanston, WKTA on 1330.
For those. They collect mostly 33s.
1360 WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois.
78s. Those aren't years, kids. In the 45s or 78s.
$13.90 WGRB, Chicago, Illinois. Music on 1400 WRJN, Racine, Wisconsin.
Earn yourself, which is very exciting. You can earn yourself.
1410 WRMN, Elgin, Illinois.
That's an easy way to get in on the show. Call us up. Tell us the bargains you're looking to purchase. We can help you out with some super savings. Just let us know what it is that you are looking for. Once you have created your list, today you can earn double.
A lot of cool music. 1430 WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois. Just stopped.
되겠지 않냐면 내가 내게 임하여 내 촛대를 그 자리에서 옮기리라. 촛대가 옮겨지면 어떻게 됩니까? 안 되죠. 이렇게 책망을 받을 수 있다는 것은 축복.
I'm just going to keep going here.
Already been redeemed because God is a forgiving God. And I could see if he had murdered someone, but you're talking about some drugs. Yeah, there's no.
Okay, this might be 1640. We jumped up quite a bit.
And first of all, there's more than one court. You got the courts of Hathaway. And I decree on this day, today, that young man is coming out of bed, and he's coming out real soon. I command it to happen from the courts of heaven and not from the man's court. All right. This situation because it's really eating me off. All right, but thank you. I appreciate it. Brother Lee, you're going to be my last caller today. And then you're going to have
to still can't figure out where I'm at.
Being with Maria Pappas for the next half hour. Brother Lee, are you there? Yeah, go ahead, Brother Lee.
Yes, I just want to say to Ellison.
Oh, okay, that was at the top of the dial. That was 1690.
And he is doing it just like he intimated in your interview, that he had started that redemption process while he's behind the wall.
Okay, so that's WBON, Chicago, Illinois, 1690. Okay, let's turn this off. As you can tell, it's a challenge with this radio. That's why when I did the review of this radio, it's called Bargain Bin, because you could probably pick this up really cheap. I'll be honest with you, it is really good for like lower band operation. Like I said, when I got past the 1490, I couldn't even pick up Iron Country. Maybe I was putting a little too fast. It must have really tightened up on the dial there, why I couldn't pick those up. But if you got like strong locals and semi-locals, like the Squirrel and some of those other stations, you're going to pick them up with this radio during the day, especially with a passive loop. It's not bad, especially if you find this radio for $5. It's definitely worth picking up because it is a well-made radio. It has the AC cord built into it. You don't have to worry about looking for one. You just, open that door up, run the cord out of that little hole there. I don't know if you remember seeing that. There's a little spot for the cord to come out right there. And off you go. You can just be running this thing all the time. I used to listen to 780, the news station, with this. Turn it up, hear the news, turn it back down. Never really turned it off. It was great. It ran for years and years. So quality radio, well made. Bargain bin all the way. If you enjoyed the band scan, give it a big like. Like I said, I got lost in the dial a couple times, but it's to be expected with an analog radio, especially one that's a little challenging like this. There are other radio similar price range like the Panasonic RF 542. You guys can look at that one. That one's pretty cool. Look at Todderbert RF 542. Search it on YouTube. You'll come up with that. That's a cool radio. Similar performance, I think. Might be a little bit better than this one. And you might be able to get it for the same price. But this is a better dial. A lot more legible than the Panasonic's. Panasonic just has a little indicator up here and all the writing down here. So I do like how this is structured. It's really nice. So I hope you enjoyed the video. 2, if you're a Sony fanboy or Sony fangirl and you like reviews and band scans of these type of radios, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, get notified of future videos that I produce every other day for you guys. And then 3, comment below what you think about the Sony ICF-24. Is this like your bread and butter radio? Do you have something like this you just like to listen to your local stations with? Let me know. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.